What is up, guys? It is Cole, and welcome back to a brand new Dungeon Quest Roblox video. Well, it's not really Dungeon Quest, but it is Dungeon Quest. We will be ranking the Dungeon Quest dungeons from amazing, played a lot, okay, meh, or trash. Sorry, I just had to bleh. Yeah. And there are some dungeons that are going in the trash section, but yeah, this is just how I feel as a Dungeon Quest YouTuber with a lot of Dungeon Quest experience. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first dungeon we're going to be talking about is, of course, Desert Temple. Hold on, let me get the dungeon thingy. Okay, Desert Temple. Where should I put this? So Desert Temple, the thing about Desert Temple, it has a lot of like maze thingies where sometimes you go the wrong path, sometimes you go the right path. If you've played Desert Temple, which if you play Dungeon Quest you probably have, as it's the first dungeon, you'd know what I mean. So Desert Temple, I think I'd put it around in the trash. Yeah, I don't like this dungeon because it's also a randomized dungeon. That's one of my least favorite things about this dungeon. I hate it. Sorry, Big Cafe. The next thing about it, or about the dungeon, oh my gosh, I suck at grammar today. The next thing is Winter Outpost. Where should I put Winter Outpost? So I think, hold on, let me go up here. I think Winter Outpost is going in the amazing category, and I will tell you why. 1, it is a very straight dungeon and very easy to grind on. 2, it's a lower level dungeon, so people would like playing it because it's easy to grind for cosmetics again. And 3, overall, the dungeon design is a really cool dungeon. I'm so glad they did a dungeon like this. Yeah. Wait, wait, hold on. Does this tier list have all the dungeons? Oh, it does. It even has Egg. I don't know. Yeah. So Winter Outpost is going there. And by the way, I made all these names. So next up, we have Pirate Island. So I'm going to put Pirate Island in the meh category. You know, it's not a bad map, and it's not a good map. And the reason I'm not putting it in, not really sure. You know what? I'll put it in the okay. It's not a bad map, but it's not a good map. The map is kind of straight. Like, basically, what I'm looking for here, like, for good maps, is 3 different things. Good overall design, easy to grind for, and a straight map. And this is kind of a straight map. It has a really good straight part at the beginning. It has a good straight part at the beginning, but then overall, like, the design is good, and it's the first boss with mini bosses. Oh my gosh, I suck at life today. It's the first dungeon with mini bosses, good mini boss placement. Oh my gosh, seriously, Cole. Placement, yeah, good mini boss placement. And yeah, it has a lot of good stuff. Also, by the way, guys, make sure to subscribe if you want me to do more videos like this, because I was thinking about ranking the Dungeon Quest legendaries. Also, 1 like equals my grammar. I just had to say that. Because, you know, example of how bad my grammar is today. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I think about Pirate Island. Alright, King's Castle. King's Castle, it's an okay. So, I play the dungeon a lot, okay? Here's the thing, though. There is one part about King's Castle that I hate. If it wasn't for this part, it would be almost the best straight dungeon ever. Like almost. Like, Winter Outpost, like, has a turn, of course, but then the rest is fully straight. I'm putting this in okay because at the second boss, you have to turn and go into a room, okay? After you kill the second boss, you have to go out of that room and then go back a different path. So that would take you like 10 to maybe 20 seconds if you don't have a speed skill. Like, you know? Bruh, and who wants that? So if that part wasn't there, it would, oh my gosh, probably go and play it a lot. But seriously, they need to either fix that part or put that boss somewhere else. Also, why didn't they use the stairs? There's a perfectly good stairs area that they didn't use. Yeah, so that's what I think about that. The next dungeon is the Underworld. Ooh, I like this dungeon. In fact, it's going in the amazing category. And here, I'll tell you why. Because one, it's a very straight through dungeon. There is only one turn in it. Yeah. So that's why I like it the most. There's only one problem with this dungeon. I love the overall design and everything, but this dungeon, the thing about it is it has, like, at the beginning, some people who are new to the dungeon start it, and then they don't have a speed skill, so you don't get that until Samurai Palace, which I should probably move here to make it less confusing. But yeah, you don't get that until Samurai Palace. So when you start it, you have to walk. It takes like 15 seconds, like over to the first door. If you don't go up to the door, and like I should put that in my tips and tricks video. I'm not sure if I did already or not, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, that's where that's going. I'm just putting it in amazing mostly because the design is great. It's very like straight. The egg is in a good placement. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And the boss is very detailed. I love the design. It's a really good dungeon and easy to grind. Alright. What the heck? Hold on. Samurai Palace. Samurai Palace is going in the meh category. The reason it's going in the meh category is I like the overall dungeon. The good thing I like about it is that it introduces speed skills like Flame Cyclone, Illusion Blast, all those. But here's the thing about this dungeon. This dungeon is kind of straight. It does have a few turns. It's on a good straight path, but the thing about this dungeon is like, first of all, the cosmetic looks so ugly. I just wanted to throw that out there. Sorry, Vikafi, but also the design, it's a good design. I like the time and effort into it. It's just one, it's not my style. Again, this is my opinion. It's not like, oh, this is obviously the best dungeon for these reasons. Well, like, yeah, it's kind of that, but you know, and also the dungeon, it has an entire tower. They only use 2 floors of that tower. And I feel like it could be a little better. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely not my favorites I'd grind for in a dungeon. It's kind of straight. It has turns, but yeah, it's really hard to start out with when you're a noob. Maybe probably one of the hardest ones. So yeah, that's what I'm saying about that one. Oh boy, Canals. Canals, I'm also gonna put it in the meh category. Here's the thing. Okay, fine, I'll put it in the okay category for a few reasons. One, I love the design. The design is great, except one thing, it's almost hard to memorize like where everything is in the dungeon, kind of. Like I just had to think for like 5 seconds to remember what the entire dungeon was. It's so long, especially after the second, oh my gosh, especially after the second boss. And 2, after like it's so long, the good thing about it is that it's a design, but it's not straight at all. Like there are some straight parts, but then it like turns, and there's so many turning points in this dungeon. Now, like honestly, I don't really know where to go for this. I'm putting this in okay because of the design, but the design wasn't that good. Like overall, I love the lightning effect. Like where is the lightning effect in all of our dungeons? Like Vikafi, new dungeon, please. Lightning effect. Yeah, we will be doing a new dungeon premieres. Obviously, Dungeon Quest is my main channel game now. So, yeah. So that's that. Alright, Ghastly Harbor. Trash. It sucks. Okay. There are 3 sections in Ghastly Harbor. Well, actually 4 if you're counting the first boss, I think. Yeah, it's either 3 or 4. I'm not really sure. But you go into these sections and it wastes so much of your time, even if you can one-shot the mobs. One, like here's the thing. It's also a dungeon where you have to walk into a section and then go all the way back. It just sucks. Let's just say that. If you're at Ghastly Harbor, I feel super bad for you. You basically go in, you walk, like all the way, kill the mobs, and then you have to go back onto the bridge, which, like, if you don't have a decent speed skill, like, you have speed skills, but, like, oh my gosh, it's just terrible, okay? And then there's 3 sections that you can go in, and then the boss literally scares the freaking crap out of you, like the first boss. And the second boss is basically impossible to dodge. So this dungeon, they made it way too hard in a way too small amount of time. I'm sorry, I just do not like this dungeon at all. Alright, Steampunk Sewers, going from a terrible dungeon to actually, hold on a second, it's not okay. It is going into the amazing category. I'm actually going to put it in 2nd place with Underworld being in 3rd place. Yeah. So Steampunk Sewers, here's the thing. It's basically a straight dungeon. The first 3 rooms, if those weren't there, it would be a full-on straight dungeon. And 1, this dungeon isn't too hard for players. 2, it's a very unique and well-designed dungeon which stands out from the others. 3, the bosses are very well-designed. I really like the spider one. Oh, that's a really good one. There aren't really that many problems with this dungeon. The egg placement is amazing. The cosmetic looks insane. It's a really good dungeon. It's going in amazing. What can I say? Alright, we're not counting boss raids. If I did do boss raids, I'd put it in there because it's just not really the best thing to grind for. Okay, Orbital Outpost. I'd say it's going in amazing because I'm actually going to put it in 2nd place here. Yeah, like this. So Orbital Outpost, it's a really short dungeon, which I love about it. In total, it has 7 rooms in total, which is not a lot. And these are including the 3 boss rooms. And if the 3 boss rooms weren't there, it would only have 4 rooms. Like, that's how short it is. I mean, I know they only give you, 9 minutes to complete it, but that's fair, I guess, because of how short it is. The dungeon, it's, each mob is basically, its own tier 1 boss raid, because it's 1 trillion HP. But seriously, this is a really good dungeon. I love it a lot. Mostly because I love the overall design. The cosmetic is a freaking astronaut. We need that, and the skills are just insane as well. Oh, I might rank the Dungeon Quest skills, although that will take a very long time. Yeah, I'm just saying this is a really good dungeon. I like this dungeon a lot. Yeah, so that's it. Alright, Volcanic Chambers, going in the amazing category, going in 1st place. Amazing dungeon, basically all straight except for the end. There's not really any complaints about this dungeon. The mob moves can still kill me. That's how they made it so hard. I can beat Nightmare Hardcore consistently easily in the next dungeon. The gear looks freaking insane. It's a really amazing dungeon. I love it. Same thing with Aquatic Temple. Aquatic Temple goes in the 1st place as well, and we're gonna actually put Orbital Outpost. Yeah, this is a good setup for amazing. Yeah, I know I'm putting a lot of dungeons in the amazing category. It's just a lot of these dungeons I love. Aquatic Temple is hands down the best dungeon. The cosmetic looks amazing. I don't have it, but I do have the Volcanic Chambers cosmetic, which again looks really detailed. You've probably seen me with it. Look at my giving away legendaries video if I fell in Tower of Hate or Hell, whatever it's called. I call it Hate because it's my own kind of Tower of Hell thing. But seriously, it's a really cool dungeon, and yeah, the bosses are really cool. I love the bosses for it. It's honestly a really cool dungeon. And for some apparent reason, we still have Egg Island. So yeah, I just love that stuff. Egg Island, here's the thing. I'd put it in there, but I'm gonna put it in, okay. And here's the reason. Okay, so I only have one thing I really like about this dungeon. First of all, the thumbnail is lazy. VCoffee is just lazy in this dungeon. Part of the flooring of this dungeon, oh my gosh. If you do the glitch, part of the flooring on the dungeon is not even there. That's how lazy VCoffee is with this dungeon. This dungeon also only has 2 bosses, and it's not soloable, VCoffee! And, the only thing I really like about it is the cosmetics, the bunny fanboy and all that stuff. That's what I would grind for, but also another complaint is it's still there, and Easter this year is almost here, and it's been here since the Easter update last year. Bruh, what the heck? Why is it still here? And also, I like the grind for the cosmetic and stuff, but it doesn't need to be here for this long. I'm just saying. Yeah, so that's basically all of my dungeon quest tier lists. I didn't put anything in played a lot. I mean, I do play a lot of these dungeons, like a lot. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with this tier list. Tomorrow, if you want, maybe tomorrow or the day after that, I try to pump out videos like one every other day or one every 2 days. I don't do them that often, but I do them at least 1 or 2 times a week. So yeah, I expect maybe another video ranking the Dungeon Quest legendaries, because that is definitely possible. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's my tier list. I'm gonna take a screenshot for the thumbnail. And yeah, that is the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay killers.